Hey, this is Dr. Meredith Watson, psychoneuroimmunologist, life and business strategist. We're going to talk about resolutions. I know and am resolved that I am the go to woman for uncensored living, living unapologetic and building a life you love, and if you dare, building a passion based business. It's very easy, though, sometimes to get caught up in the hullabaloo of other people's lives and what other people are doing and forget who we truly are and the resolve that we've made about who we truly are. I've been frazzled a lot lately with some events at work, waiting on others to respond to my request, having to re request shit that I'd asked for a million times. Single mom life, enough said there. I miss my mom. The falling out of trying to be unattached to cut that cord, even at my age, is hard. Fucking hard. I miss her, and our lack of communication is killing me. Yes, time is short. I could call her, but it's not as black and white as it may seem. I'm not calling her because I'm very aware she cannot show up in the way that I need her to. And what I'm asking for is not that out of the ordinary, but obviously more than she can provide. I don't want the drama or the pain or the feelings of unworthiness or abandonment of wanting something that she at some point or she at this point for some reason can't bring to the table. And it's just more than I can handle. Like I have a lot of shit going on. I just can't do all that plus her drama too. I just can't do it. So I deal with the withdrawal symptoms and I deal with the pain of not having her here, which is coupled with whatever else is on my plate. I just can't deal with all of it, so I have to pick and choose, as she would say. I was also looking for juicy good words that resonate with how I want to show up and serve the world. It how I want to show up and serve the world really doesn't ever change, but it does come to, you know, that feeling of wanting to keep excavating and finding more penetrating, heart centered words to describe it. And it gets hard some days to encapsulate what I do into words, is often more often felt energetically. Resolver, basic body, resolution, consultation. A resolve to make the definitive decision, the determination to make up your mind, going along with your body, your innermost navigation system, that conversation that you have within your own head and space that it's time to live on your own terms, unapologetic, and if you dare to build a passion based business. And I'm the person to help with that because I've done it. Many times you want to work or talk to someone, interview someone who's arrived where you're destined to go or desire to arrive. Of course, how you arrive, your path, your journey, it's yours. And you have to decide what that blueprint is going to be, and even having a blueprint would be nice, right? But you have to blaze your own trail, your own way, through your own inner self, that creation between you and source, your inner navigation system. What I do is shine a light, hold your hand, stand by you as you blaze the trail with your name on it. You have access to me through my one on one support 24/7, 365, me in your back pocket as events come up. Of course, I won't ever overstep the boundaries or anything that you set up, but I check in, and if and when you respond or how you respond is on your terms. One of the things I find most people forget is you belong to you. You can learn to love you even more than you do now, or even start loving yourself from the first. You can validate yourself. You can bring yourself to a place where you feel like you belong to you and you accept you and you validate you, you love you, and you have that capability to do that all nestled inside of you. I just helped draw it out. I didn't have that. Or I didn't have it for very long, and in the way in which I had it, it wasn't ideal. I didn't get to choose, or I didn't think I did. In almost 4 decades, I've learned a few things. Maybe not what others have learned or care to know about, but enough to feel I've arrived at a good place to reach back and help others. It feels good to do that. I read a story very recently about getting back to your true self after losing yourself, choosing you, being honest with yourself and who you are. It's called The Selkie Bride. It's a Scottish folk tale. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed reading it. It was about a fisherman who falls in love at first sight with a mermaid type woman from the Selkie people. He sees her clothes in the form of seal skin and takes it thinking he's going to get this fine penny for his find. He realizes this seal skin belongs to this mermaid type woman from the Selkie people. He is smitten by her at first sight. She asks for the skin back, but he won't give it to her, and instead asks her to be his wife. He promises to make her happy, happier than she could ever imagine. Does that sound familiar to you? We give up everything in hopes that the grass is greener, or we'll fall in love with a shiny object syndrome, or we feel we should, given all of those that we love and giving to the things so we sacrifice our truest self for someone else. I imagine to feel loved as if we belong, accepted, validated, and maybe because they have something we think will make us complete, they in essence take our skin and hold it ransom until we cry uncle. She begs him to give back the silk skin again and again, but he refuses. And the fisherman continues to refuse to give it back. He's really stubborn in that regard. So, in submission, she goes with him. He hides the skin so she'll never find it, so she's forced to stay with him. She goes on, and despite her unwillingness and sad heart, they live together in moderate happiness, have several children. The woman loves her children and grows to love her husband, but longs for the life in her family in Sulky. And one day, while the fisherman and some of his kids go to town, the woman and one of the children stays behind. And the little boy, seeing his mother lost in thought, tears streaming down her face, the son asks his mother what ails her. And without thinking, she turned and she said, I'm sad because I was born in the sea. It's the home to which I can never return because your father hid my seal skin. The young lad hears the story, has heard numerous stories about his mother's people, and went to fetch the seal skin his father had hid from his mom all these years. She was shocked he knew where it was, but she was very grateful. She grabs the skin, embraces her son, and whispers, I will always love you. And then, clasping the sealskin to her heart, she ran outside and down into the sea. She puts on the skin and then dives into the water. Not long after, the fisherman and his other children return home and find her gone. The fisherman is not surprised his son gave the mother the skin and knows it was the right thing to do. And forever afterwards, the fisherman and the children miss the Selkie woman, but know she's happy in a world where she belongs, and it gives them a measure of joy to know she's happy. And sometimes we have to be unapologetically serious about choosing ourselves, to come home to ourselves, our truest self. We try to live in a box created by other people. We try to mimic joy and fullness. But what is truly at stake is our higher calling, answering our true purpose, our mission, and our truest selves. Most of all, I invite people to come home to themselves, to become one with themselves, and learn what that means for you. I'm coming home to myself more and more every single day. It's the best gift I can give myself. I owe it to me. I owe it to my past self, my present self, my future self, and in some ways I owe it to my daughter. It's my job to show her what's possible and teach her to never settle for anything less than her heart's desire. So I recommend you to be unapologetic. Love life, live a life you love, and if you dare, build a passion-based, profitable business. Garner my magical, in-depth, high-touch, intuitively captivating support, and review the Soul Journey VIP on-demand coaching. The information is in the comments in the show notes. I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and I wish you love and light. I'll see you on the other side.